Hello and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today we're going to be talking about the 2-2 portal, and I am going to be doing a card reading for you guys that is going to involve a pick-a-pile. So we're going to start with the Lightworker Oracle to gather some collective messages, and then we're going to get a little more individual and specific, and I'm going to give 3 different decks. Choose whichever deck you resonate with the most. If you resonate with more than one, then watch the reading for more than one. There may be multiple messages for you in multiple decks. I thought we'd have a little fun with this today. For the nuts and bolts of the information regarding the 2-2 portal, check out the video that I did with Pete from the Chosen 144. It is linked in the description box below. We go into the intricacies of the energies in that video. We talk about the energy of duality, the energy of contrast, the balancing of the masculine and the feminine, and the activation of the divine feminine. And how as we're moving through the 2-2 portal and the month of February, we're really going to be working with that balancing of our masculine and feminine as we are moving into that merging and unification of our divine feminine and masculine energies with that 3-3 portal. So all of that information is included in that video that I did with Pete in detail. So I definitely recommend, if you guys want to learn more about all of that, that you check that out. Some aspects from that video may come out in the reading that I do today, or it may be totally different. Here we're going to be looking at more of the activations that we are receiving as we move through this energy. So the 3 different decks that we have to choose from as we get into the pick-a-pile are the Star Temple Oracle, the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, and the Sacred Sea Oracle. And those are all going to be time-stamped below. So we're going to start out with the Lightworker Oracle for some collective messages here surrounding the activations that we're receiving through this 2-2 portal, what we need to know. And like I said, please check out that video for all of the information surrounding the energies and the greater themes that we're working with through the 2-2 portal. Clear. All right, let's get some general collective messages for the collective for which I channel. For my Lightworkers, Starseeds, Empaths, Mystics, surrounding this 2-2 portal. We're working with the recoding of the matrix right now, you guys. Anytime we have those dates that are heavy in the 1s, the 2s, and the 0s, these are huge portals through which there is construction being done, I guess you could say, on the very fabric of the universe as we perceive it. Right, our perceived reality, this third dimension, as we are, of course, elevating from the 3rd into the 5th. So very powerful. 2/22/22 is going to be a powerful day as well, and really everything in between the 20th, the 21st on those days as well. All right, first card out for us is the 3rd ray of creative intelligence. And I really like this. So this brings through a lot of energy and a lot of support for those of us who are pursuing a path, a creative path, especially those who are trying to start a creative business, a spiritual business, who are trying to start or create something that aligns them with their path, with their purpose, with their vision, and brings that vision to reality and offers that vision in some way, shape, or form to the collective. So there's a lot of energy coming through this 2-2 portal to support our life mission and support the nuts and bolts of how it is that we're going to bring that to fruition, especially when it involves shifting our career path, shifting that aspect of our life path into this service to others energy, into this energy like this spiritual context. And I'm going to look over this and see if there's anything I want to read specifically, but this is like supercharging our manifestation power. And this is going to be, it's no accident that it's a 3 energy, right? That 3-3 portal is going to be a huge manifestation gateway. And so we're really working with that manifestation energy now. We're getting this huge boost so that we can really set in motion what it is that we're wanting to create. And really get a jump on that 3-3 portal energy through this 2-2 portal. This is also an energy that's helping us to balance, to bring that energy of balance, not just to our masculine and our feminine, right? But to all aspects and areas of our lives where it is required, so that we can be in a more prime position in order to be effective in our visualizations and manifestations. The third ray of creative intelligence brings a gift of practical spirituality and develops the talent for grounding inspired creativity into the world. It empowers your manifestation. This ray brings many gifts, including new ideas and the practical support needed to bring them to life. The ability to organize, make connections and networks, and synthesize information from various sources into one coherent whole. Archangel Chamuel helps you receive this gift from the universe with love and intelligence. And so this is, like we said, bringing those ideas into manifested form, whatever it is. And remember, and this is, of course, how, when we're doing this, we are working with that balance of the masculine and the feminine. The feminine is the receptive quality that receives that inspiration and those ideas. And the masculine is what brings them to form in the physical world. And the networks and connections, this has been coming through over and over again. We are going to be within Aquarius season during this 2-2 portal. So there's a lot of supportive connections and supportive people that are being brought into our reality. So be aware, be open to those people, and be open to any events or any ways that you might become acquainted with these people. If you're invited to things around this 2-2 portal time, go to those events, right? Really increase your network, increase your reach, because it's going to be very beneficial. And I love on the bottom of the deck here, we have an invitation to connect coming out. And so this is that energy of your star family, of your angels, your guides, your team, all of the these helpers in the subtle realms, giving that invitation to connect with them more powerfully during this 2-2 portal. Anytime we have these portal energies, the veil is thinner, and it is easier for us to communicate and to travel between dimensions. So really utilize this energy to reach out to your star family, to reach out to your team and your guides for that support and for that direct connection, because they are really wanting to connect with you. They have messages, some of you especially. There are messages waiting for you. There's like, I almost feel them like jumping up and down, like, it's time, we're ready to connect. We have stuff, the things that we have to tell you, you really want to hear. Right? Like, they want to guide you. They want to be a more powerful part of your journey, and they really want to strengthen that connection with you. So they're asking you to work with them to strengthen that connection. Sit and meditate every single day. Even if it feels like nothing's happening, just sit and do it, right? Get into that routine, and really, if you put in the effort, they're reminding me of that phrase that I use all the time on here, right? I take one step, the universe takes 10. And so they're saying, just take those little steps to connect with us, and we will bridge the gap. Like, we really want to connect with you. It's time. Those of you who have known that you are a channel, who've specifically felt that you are here to channel information, but you haven't been able to really get in touch. You haven't been able to really maintain that connection, maybe. This 2-2 portal is really going to strengthen that ability for you. But you have to work with them. You have to work with the energy. And there are, of course, messages related to this third ray of creative intelligence and the ways and means to manifest your desires that want to come through for you as well. They also want to assist you where your vibration is concerned, in helping to shift and shape your vibration so that it is a match for your desires. And this came up in the live that we did the other day. I'm really liking pulling these cards from the bottom of the deck because they're all flowing so beautifully. We have Spiritual Decree coming next. And we'll remember, where was it? It was all the way back at the 1010 portal, I believe, where Spirit came through and Source said, make a decree of who you want to be. Make that decree that you are sovereign, that you are free. And this wasn't simply a decree to make on that one portal, on that one day. This is every single day. So Spirit is coming through again, reminding us, make this decree every day. Decree to the universe, decree to me who and what it is you are, what it is that you want, right? What it is that you have, right? Because we have to be in that state of having in order for it to be present in our reality. Decree that every single day. This is beyond an affirmation. A decree is more powerful. It's more potent because an affirmation has the energy attached to it, which suggests that we're trying to shift something. We're trying to create a belief. A decree is when we know with unwavering faith and resolve that something is. And so that's the kind of decree that Source wants you to make, that your team and your guides want you to make during this 2-2 portal. And this is also the card that's reminding us we get to choose. We are the masters of our reality. What are you creating? What do you decree? You get to decide. You have free will to create your masterpiece on this planet, in this planet, of this planet, for this planet. So what are you deciding? Yeah, I really love that. And look, she's got the whole universe in her head, right? All of that. That's huge expansion of the crown chakra is what I'm feeling there. Is we're going to be experiencing a very massive expansion of our crown chakras during this 2-2 portal. Once again, it's all of that connection. Our connection to our star brethren and cistern, or whatever you want to call it, are really coming through powerfully, you guys. But this is us taking control as conscious creators. What do you want to create? Who do you want to be? Know that you can have that. You do have that. You are that. And consistently decree that every day in order to make it so. All right, any final messages before we move on to the pick-a-piles? Collective messages here. And we see too here, it's like we got the crown and the third eye activations going on. And we've also got the activations here within the heart and that solar plexus. Just being activated all over the place is really what it feels like. And I love all the beautiful butterflies in this first card. The bubbles and the butterflies may be relevant. So we have initiation by air here. So there's a lot of that mind energy. And remember, we are... The Mercury will station direct the day after the 2-2 portal. So we're in that final push of that Mercury retrograde energy. And of course, Mercury still has a shadow period. But the final day of the Mercury retrograde is the 2-2 portal, which is really interesting. And it's really fun because we have the day before the 2-2 portal, or the day and a half before we have that new moon in Aquarius, which is really beautiful, powerful energy. And that's where also with this energy of the connections and the networking, where that becomes even more strong, right? And that video is forthcoming, and we are going to be doing the new moon manifesting ceremony. It's going to be on the 30th for various reasons. So that time is adjusted, and all of that information is in the description box below. But it's also, there's just so much going on. We got the Chinese Lunar New Year on the 1st, the year of the tiger, the water tiger, I believe it is. And so just a lot happening on and around this 2-2 portal. A lot of shifts. We have Imbolc, that midpoint between winter and springtime. But there's a lot of this air energy with this new moon in Aquarius, right? With this Mercury retrograde being on its final day, there is a lot of air energy. So it makes sense that we're working with the energy of air, the energy of communication, right? The energy of the mind. And so this says, you have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you take to your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind, developed without a loving spiritual practice, can be a frightening weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? And so this is what we're being asked, and this is what we're being shown during this 2-2 portal. How are we using that mind power? And how can we use it better? How can we use it more effectively? What aspects of the mind still need to be trained? Right? This is what we're coming to see and understand right now. And we are, remember, we have, once again for the second year in a row, all of the Mercury retrogrades except for that 4th bonus round in Capricorn in air signs, just as they were last year. There's still this huge rewiring of the mind, this mental mastery that we are working toward achieving. And it was 1444, 144. well, 1444 really, on the clock when I said that, interestingly enough, right? This energy of the mastery of the mind, so important for the 144,000. For all of mankind, right? But especially important for us as we are helping to create this new earth, right? Helping to be the way showers here, to template this new reality. And so really working with that energy of the mind, understanding the way our minds work, understanding what belief systems are being shown that still are ready to be shifted. Is our mind our servant or our master? And this always, the best way to train the mind is through meditation. So if you don't have a strong meditative practice and you are noticing that your mind is running away with you, it's time to bring it back to that. And there's such freedom that we can experience when we allow the mind to be our tool instead of our master. And then we have the key of light on the bottom here, which came through in the reading we did the other day. We're not going to get into all of that, but we're being given these spiritual keys. And actually, I am being reminded of that reading because it talked about, when this card came through, we talked about this energy of each and every member of the 144,000 receiving a specific key of light. And that all those keys eventually come together to be, now the image I'm getting is like this giant key that unlocks the door to our ascension. And so many of us receiving those ascension keys during and around this 2-2 portal, I guess. Yeah, and then we got the 5th ray of intellectual knowledge and the divine grace, the law of efficiency. So there's a lot of energy here around the mental body, around the ways that this 2-2 portal is assisting us in really mastering our mental energy. And it's really interesting because there's a very divine feminine quality to the 2 energy, which we talk about in the 2-2 portal video. We had that activation of the masculine with the 1-1 portal. There is an activation of the divine feminine happening that began with that full moon in Cancer, with that beautiful emotional purge. And yet there's still a lot of energy that we are working with surrounding the mind, the masculine energy. A lot of energy and upgrades that we are still receiving here. As we learn how to utilize the mind more powerfully and more efficiency, how we learn how to utilize our energy more efficiently. And grounding on the bottom of the deck, a great reminder here always. And the 1111 messages and the numbers, also a great reminder to watch out for those messages, those signs, those synchronicities, the way that your spiritual family is guiding you. So yeah, really beautiful collective messages here. And now let's get into the pick-a-piles. Give me a second to put this away. Here. Yeah, still got that creative intelligence ray on the bottom of the deck. How can you bring your manifestations into fruition? How can you take advantage of these energies to guide and supercharge your manifestation process? All right, so I think we began with the Star Temple. So I'm going to show these to you guys one more time. We have the Star Temple Oracle. We have the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. And we have the Sacred Sea Oracle. So choose whichever one you feel most drawn to, that you feel you most resonate with. And like I said, if you resonate with multiples, then choose multiples. But we're going to start out right now with the Star Temple Oracle. What messages do we have for those who chose the Star Temple Oracle regarding this 2-2 portal? Clear. And the activations that group number 1 may be receiving. And this is a deck that is associated with the Pleiades and the Pleiadians. So those of you who chose this deck may also have a strong affinity to the Pleiades. It may be one of your home star systems, if you will. You may have members of the Pleiades, members of your star family who are seeking communication and communion with you during this 2-2 portal. Some may be receiving communication from the Pleiadians or from your various star families for the first time, I'm feeling. All right, first 2 cards out here, we have the Inner Temple Life Lessons. I go within my shadow for spiritual growth. And we also have the 7 Sisters Circle. Sisterhood enriches my lives, and the 7 Sisters is what we call the 7 stars that make up the Pleiades star cluster. So yeah, definitely that Pleiadian energy coming in strongly for you guys. Confirmation that many of you are receiving or will be receiving communication or confirmation that you are Pleiadian, that this is part of your galactic heritage. And really possibly coming into communion with others like yourself, meeting other members of your star family. I'm feeling for some like that are incarnated on this earth, which is always really fun and beautiful. But yeah, this, going back to this life lessons here, this inner temple. There's a lot of inner shifts that are happening for pile number 1 during this 2-2 portal. There's a lot going on internally with you guys. And I am absolutely feeling that there are deep karmic cycles coming to a close for you guys. And it's like you guys have been doing some heavy shadow work. And I feel for many as well ancestral healing. And you are really reaching a pinnacle or a culmination of that energy, where you're at that place where you are able to extract the wisdom and the lessons and really close the door on those cycles once and for all. Like you've done that process of diving into your shadow, and now you're coming up with the light, right? With the gifts that you found within your shadow. And so you may find on and around this 2-2 portal that those final pieces that you needed in order to close that out, right? Like the thing that you were missing. It's like you felt like, okay, I'm looking at this stuff. I'm going into my shame. I'm going into my hurt. I'm going into these darker emotions. I'm really delving deep into this stuff. I'm delving into my ancestry. But there's something that I'm missing. There's something that's not making sense. There's some sort of closure, or there's some information, or there's something that I need in order to really understand what I'm doing and to feel as though I've been successful. Or there's something within my lineage that I really need to close out. And you're finally going to get that piece of the puzzle is going to come together for you during the 2-2 and around the 2-2 portal. I also feel for many people, I'm just getting a very strong Wiccan vibe, a very strong pagan vibe with this card right now. I feel like it's like the coven, the energy of the coven, with the 7 sisters here. And even here you see there's 7 candles that are lit. Yeah, so there's something really powerful with that. With the number 7 for you guys. With the number 7. Which is, of course, a very auspicious spiritual number and a number of spiritual mastery and understanding. But something with a coven. Like, you may be uncovering a past life or some energy in your ancestral line surrounding witchcraft, surrounding paganism, surrounding this sisterhood. It definitely feels like a feminine lifetime for many of you, or part of your feminine lineage. Something that you're healing surrounding that. And as you heal that, it comes full circle. And you gain not only the wisdom, but you regain some of the gifts and abilities from that lifetime and from your ancestral line. It's like you carry it in your blood. And you're putting to rest it's almost like some of you guys, I feel like too, are putting to rest some bad karma that was created during some of these lifetimes, or maybe one lifetime in particular. And as you put to bed that karma, and did I say bad karma? I hate using that word. I hate using descriptors like that, but some karma that needed to be repaid. There was a debt that needed to be repaid. There was something that had to be set right or set into balance. And you are able to do that. You have the insight. You are able to do that. You're energetically supported in doing that. And it really sets you and your ancestry free, and it helps you to reclaim some of these gifts. It also helps you to reclaim the power of the sisterhood, the power of the coven. Okay? And this may be just for one specific person who's watching this. I don't know. Maybe this is for a group of you. It's really interesting. It feels very specific. But you regain the It's like all of these extra spirit guides as well. All of this extra protection. As you reconnect energetically and spiritually with your coven from this lifetime, or from this with your ancestral lineage, the witches in your ancestral lineage, and the magic that they hold, your magic is activated. Yeah, so that's going to be really specific, probably for someone, maybe for a small group of people, and then for a greater collective of people, you're really connecting with your Pleiadian heritage as well. So, yeah, wow, that's that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anything else here for pile number 1? All right, we have the Star Mother coming out, loved. The Universal Mother loves and supports me totally. So during this 2-2 portal, you are going to begin to feel more loved and supported. And there may be some energy when we're talking about this karmic work with this shadow work, right? There may be some energies of feeling unloved and unsupported by your family, by your tribe, by the universe itself, that you're really bringing healing to. And you're really feeling that support coming in all ways, shapes, and forms through this energy of the 2-2 portal. It's almost like it opens up these floodgates for you. And all of this powerful support and energy pours in. And you really feel the love. You really feel loved. And excuse me, I'm getting warm. I need to take this off. You really feel loved and you really feel supported to a whole nother level as you move through this energy of the 2-2 portal. You feel there's a deep connection to the Divine Mother and to your sacred femininity and womanhood in general. There's a lot of healing. There's healing of mother energy for some, right? A lot of deep and powerful healing for you, for your ancestry, especially the feminine side of your ancestry and your divine feminine energy. And it's just so beautiful how we have these stars, all of these beautiful stars in pretty much in both of these cards. And then in this one, their candles look like stars, don't they? So a lot of powerful energy connecting you with the stars. And I just feel like your team, almost like your team in the spiritual realms doubling through this 2-2 portal. Like you make this major headway, this major progress in your spiritual evolution. And then because you're now preparing for the next phase of your mission, of your purpose, of your work on this planet, you need a bigger team. And so you have a bigger team being called in to support you and assist you. And you feel that support and that assistance. And it really allows you to drop into the arms of Source in a way that you haven't been able to before. And that act of trust, that simple act of trust, is going to make all the difference for you moving forward in what you're able to create and manifest. And then we have the ruby star coming out, Flow. I embody my authentic and sensual essence. So yeah, man, there's just all of this beautiful, I'm feeling your divine feminine sexuality again. But it just your sexuality in general, but definitely that reclaiming that feminine essence of sexuality. And this is something that we talk about in the 2-2 portal video that I do with Pete for the Chosen 144 that's linked in the description box below. We talk about the purification and the cleansing and the reclaiming of our sexual energy. We also talk about this if you want to check out the Mercury, Venus, Mars, Pluto, Venus, Mars triple conjunction and the Venus retrograde. That's one video that I did. We talk about this purification and reclaiming of our sexual energy. And so there's this beautiful energy for pile number 1 of really tapping into that, of reclaiming your sexual energy, your sensual energy, and using that in a powerful way. There's just a lot of energy, and this feels very feminine. A lot of energy around the divine feminine and so many different ways that your divine feminine is being healed and upgraded, and the ways that it is affecting the collective, the sisterhood vibe. It's like you are doing work for the entire feminine collective right now. And it's really paying off. And there's some beautiful, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with the ways that you play with and explore your sexuality moving forward, you guys. For some of you guys, I feel like for a long time you may have been, what's the word that I want to use here? Kind of stunted in that area. Kind of afraid to express that side of yourselves, kind of holding back. And you're going to see and understand why. And some of that, some of those energies are going to be lifted and loosened, so that you can really step back into owning that aspect of yourself and expressing that in a way that feels really good and authentic to you. And then we have Astro. Oh my God, you guys. Last card out for you guys, the Star Daughters. I dance, sing, and play with my sisters at sunset. So that sisterhood vibe coming in strong for you guys. There is this beautiful energy of sisterhood here. This beautiful energy of coming together with people, with your network, with your tribe. All right. And if you are a masculine watching and identifying with aspects of this reading, this is your own inner feminine. And this doesn't necessarily mean that it's all women connecting, that you're connecting within your circle, but your circle's widening, it's expanding, and these are members of your tribe. So really celebrating. This is the energy of celebration, of celebrating friendship, of celebrating communion, of celebrating sisterhood and brotherhood, and all of that beautiful energy, seeing and recognizing your brothers and sisters in spirit, and really connecting with them and celebrating what it means to be alive. There's a lot of energy. I feel like some of you guys, it's like you felt like you were underground for a long time, or like everything was kind of stagnant and kind of cold, and it wasn't moving, it wasn't flowing, and you were just working and working and working, digging and digging and digging, trying to get to the bottom, trying to free yourself. And it's like it's finally that head popping up from underneath the ground, taking that breath of fresh air is what it feels like. Like there's a lot of energy that was once stagnant that really starts moving. I'm feeling Kundalini energy for you guys as well. Especially with passion on the bottom of the deck. I'm entering a portal of euphoric love. All right. And the universal midwife. Birth under that. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. So a lot of beautiful divine feminine energy and activation coming in here for you guys. A lot of passion, possibly drawing in some soulmates, drawing in some companions of destiny, widening that circle of sisterhood. And once again, the butterflies, we saw these in the collective reading as well. So a lot of divine inspiration toward manifesting and creating, but it's all through the joy, this playful energy, connecting with your inner child, really learning how to celebrate your life, to make it's like your life, it's a revival of spirit is what it feels like for you guys. So beautiful. I am so excited for you. Such gorgeous energies that are coming to you through this 2-2 portal. Clear. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, now we are going to move on to deck number 2, which is the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. So for all of those of you who chose deck number 2, let's see what messages we have for you. Clear. Guidance for those who chose pile number 2, deck number 2. What activations are we receiving? What messages want to come through for pile number 2? Surrounding this 2-2 portal. What messages? What needs to be known? What wants to be known? What activations are we receiving? What's going on? All right. So we have star being healing codes coming through. Important information, wounds are healed, recharging. So I love that. And I notice how this is like a recharge for the whole planet here too, right? Yeah, so there is information coming to those of you in pile number 2, important information that's going to assist in deep and profound healing. And for some of you guys, this is like stuff that you've been working on healing for a really long time, but you didn't fully understand everything that you needed to understand in order to heal what it was that you were trying to heal. It was like you were working with half the information, and that was for a reason. But now the rest of that knowledge is coming through, and it's facilitating the awareness and the understanding necessary for the healing to really occur. And just profound healing in general, I'm feeling for you guys. If you guys have been suffering from something emotional, something psychological, something physical, powerful healing codes coming through for you in order to assist you in that process. And then we also have the Earth Star activation, anchoring grounded action, Isis energy. Beautiful. Yeah, so some powerful grounding coming in for you guys too. Connecting with the earth is going to be really helpful for you in receiving these codes and activations and grounding them in. Not only grounding them into your own physical body, but grounding them into Gaia so that she can receive them more powerfully as well. And I want to just take a quick look here and see if there's anything that I want to read to you guys. Because this deck is just so cool. And I probably won't read you everything, but I want to see if there's anything specifically here. Let's see. Oh, nice. It says, star beings exist in multiple forms and come from many different universes. But this card is a gateway that transports us to one of their healing sanctuaries. It is a gateway that is open to many different star beings. And so it doesn't stipulate which cosmic race is coming to us. But we will be receiving healing codes directly from cosmic guides. The healing can be emotional, physical, or spiritual. However it comes, know that it is a great blessing. And to connect, you can say, thank you, star beings of healing, for placing your hands of light upon my being and guiding me back to my whole and healed self. And the message here is, if the world seems overwhelming or intense at this time, know that it's okay for you to retreat to a safe place to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to be a healer for others and share healing with the world, but please ensure you are balanced and filled up with light first. In other words, make sure your cup is full. If you guys have been operating from an empty cup or from a cup that has been less than overflowing, this energy is coming through to assist you in refilling that cup. Right? And we talk about this energy with the 2-2 portal and moving forward throughout February of noticing where we've fallen too far into our masculine or feminine and calling upon the opposite energy to balance it out. And so if your cup is not full, do you need stronger boundaries, right? Is your feminine taking over at the detriment to your masculine? Or are you overdoing it? Is your masculine taking over at the detriment to your feminine? How can you bring balance to that? And they're helping if you are severely out of balance. And I don't mean that in like a whatever way. But these star beings are coming in. Your team of light is coming in to bring you back into balance as well. Let's see. This is not the time for you to sacrifice your own well-being in order to serve others. Light beings are placing their hands upon you now, filling you with divine light that will wash away any blockages or stagnant energy standing in the way of your freedom and wholeness. Star beings are channeling healing codes and frequencies into your being. And it's important for you to stay alert for any intuitive guidance about your body so that you can be restored to health once more. Yeah, so like we said, for some people, this is physical healing, mental, emotional, spiritual. It's all connected. So it's probably going to be multiple levels of healing coming through for you. So be aware and, like we said, be connected to the earth in order to receive. And this Earth Star activation, I feel like this is going to be interesting. So we are going to read this as well. But you guys, a lot of you guys are keepers of the earth, and you really are these beautiful, profound satellites of receiving that divine energy to help assist the planet. And so you're getting assistance at this time because in order for you to be of the best assistance, you must be full, right? You must be vibrant. You must be healthy. And Spirit really wants you to look at where it is that you are allowing your own health and well-being to take a back seat. And it's time to make that your priority once more. Your well-being and the well-being of the planet itself, of course. But those things can be one and the same. All right. The Earth Star Chakra, found about 6 to 12 inches below our feet, is the energetic portal that connects us directly with the soul wisdom of Mother Earth. It is our gateway to the underworld of the earth, a place of sacred magic and mystery, where we will find a lot of tools, gifts, and skills the ancients used to connect with the earth and her wisdom. The Egyptian goddess Isis appears on this card as our spiritual guide. She is a high priestess of the stars who knows the importance of connecting with the underworld to stay grounded, aware, and manifest all that we need to grow. Follow in her footsteps by connecting to your earth star. Anchor down and go digging within to find any parts of your magic wisdom and experiences you have pushed down, both in this incarnation and in previous lifetimes. These tools could be helpful on the next phase of your journey. So a little bit of shadow diving, and some of you may want to check out pile number 1 as well if you have been doing a lot of shadow work and ancestral healing lately. Let's see. Imagine deep roots from the soles of your feet penetrating the earth and anchoring around a giant copper crystal star. Visualize streams of consciousness moving up into your feet. Receive them, then listen deeply. This is how you connect with the healing power and activate these earth star activations. When you draw this card, know your earth star has been activated and the wisdom you once ignored is finally being acknowledged. And remember, this may be part of that important information. The rejected parts of yourself have now been rediscovered. There is an opportunity for you to rediscover magic too, but stay firmly rooted in all of your endeavors. Let the earth hold and sustain you. Don't rush ahead. In fact, if you've been wondering if it's time to move forward, know that it isn't. Stay put for the time being. Important information is about to be revealed, so wait and stand strong. This is a time of integration and rest rather than pushing forward. Great wisdom lies within you. Dive deep and find it, and trust in yourself. You have more strength than you realize. Really interesting. Really, really interesting, you guys. This information, being aware, right? Being anchored, being grounded, being present, and being aware so that this information can be channeled to you and received. I feel like for many, this information, some of this information and knowledge that you have needed in order to heal has been available to you for some time, but you weren't quite able to receive it. You weren't quite able to fully hear it and comprehend it. And that comprehension, that hearing is coming through on and around this 2-2 portal. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we have the Emerald Tablet activation. Cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifesting. And this has come out quite a few times in readings, this Emerald Tablet activation here. Let's see. And this feels like information too, which is really interesting. Yeah, there's a major energy, not only of information coming through, but of activating past life aspects of yourself. All right? The message for this card is, when the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you're being called to remember the gifts you are carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. This is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interests. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even in the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to Source will contribute to your evolution on Earth. May that which is for my highest good manifest now, with ease and grace, in a way that best serves my soul and the light. That is a loose quote of my friend and mentor, Glenn Jones. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but something to that extent, right? That's what this is making me think of as I'm reading this right now. But yeah, absolutely. Pile number 2, you guys are uncovering powerful aspects of your soul energy. So really work with this Earth Star activation. Really work with this. It's like I'm feeling it with these 2 cards. It's like as above, so below, right? Just like it said on this card. This is that higher cosmic energy coming in, those higher cosmic healing codes. This is that earth energy, those earth healing codes. And also the combination of these 2. This is your ancestry, right? Your lineage, these aspects of your soul and your spiritual gifts coming online as a combination of these forces working together on your behalf. Very powerful, very beautiful. Let's see. There's just something, some sort of understanding coming to you. And it's happening in perfect divine timing. It couldn't have happened any sooner than it's happening because there were other things that needed to fall into place first. Yeah. Then we have star gathering underneath that. Stars aligned, remembering home, soul, family. And that resonates with the reading that I just did for pile number 1, too. So you guys may want to check that out. That was all about soul family, soul tribe coming together. Sisterhood, brotherhood. But this is like remembering home. And to me, this feels, yes, you may be remembering another home as far as a star home, as far as your original home with source, right? But even more than that, it's like I'm feeling a deeper level of feeling at home and feeling connected to home. And feeling connected to Earth as your home as well. Then we have the Stellar Gateway activation, which popped out. Infinite Potential Manifestation Vortex. So here we go. Yes, the Earth Star and the Stellar Gateway. Above and below. Coming through again, just really reiterating and bringing home that point that you have powerful activations coming from both. So you want to be grounded in both ways. And I'm seeing the energy of Thoth here as well. And so we may, there's a lot of, I know the Emerald Tablet, I believe, is linked to Thoth's energy too. So that's interesting. He has been coming through as a guide for many. Let's see here. The Stellar Gateway is the highest of our chakras. So we got the lowest and the highest, baby. And it's found about 12 to 24 feet above our head. It is the energetic gateway that connects us with the divine matrix. It governs our connection to the spiritual laws of creation and the quantum field, and holds our life's potential as it holds all intentions that we set before this incarnation, and all the intentions we've set during it that support the ever-unfolding path of our earthly experience. Energetically, this portal is beyond space and time. And when we connect with it, we come into alignment with all the aspects of our soul's journey, including when we were part of the cosmos. This card transports us to a stargate that has a great pyramid within it. Above the stargate, there are three-dimensional images of Thoth, the former priest king of Atlantis, who is one of the ancient masters holding the secrets of the universe. This image is a reminder of our potential and of our ancient and starry connections. The pyramid is a symbol of rising power and how our souls existed through lifetimes. The stargate is a projection of our own stellar gateway. This card is therefore a reminder that all things are possible and that with the right alignment, we can draw the powers of heaven down to earth in order to create heaven upon earth. And with all of this as above, so below energy, I really feel like you guys are being given more of the power and potential to bring heaven to earth. Right? You're really being connected above and below and becoming much more powerful conductors of energy and also much more powerful creators. Really, with the Stellar Gateway Chakra and the Earth Star Chakra activating, that's activating everything in between. Your entire 12 chakra system is activating right now. Yes, and this is really understanding that you are a master of manifestation. That's the message here. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realize that you have great potential and power within you. And I love how I am presence was underneath that, right? So this is your final card. Realize that you have great potential and power within you, and through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway. And if they are aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way, right? That's like the key that unlocks the door. That alignment with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation. It is important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. If you can bring your wishes in this life together with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with the highest heavens. And I think that this is really important. This is what we talk about when we talk about being in the flow. When we talk about when you find your purpose and you follow your life path, doors unlock for you magically. This is what we're talking about. We can do anything. We can choose anything when we come down to earth. However, our soul chose before we came here. And when we begin to come into alignment with the choices that our soul made before we came here, with the experiences that our soul wanted to have, that energy is so effing powerful, you guys. And that energy is the energy that unlocks all doors, that moves mountains. All right, so some of you guys, your will is coming into alignment with your divine will. Right, you're really coming into alignment with your soul in a powerful way, and doors are unlocking, doors are opening for you. This is really powerful and really, really, it's just great. I'm so excited if you guys can't tell. And this is really unlocking your I am presence, which is a major light body activation. This is when you access the divine within. That is what this process is allowing you to do, is access your higher self. I am my higher self. I am the divine within. Amazing. So powerful. So powerful, you guys. You guys are, oh man, this is going to be quite a portal. I am so excited for you. I don't think there's anything I want to read with the I am presence. I think that really speaks for itself. Just really accessing your divine within, accessing that part of you that really has unlimited power to create, especially when you are synchronized with your soul. All right? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's the reading. That's the wrap, you guys. Really powerful, potent stuff. Yes, yes, yes. That's all I can say for you guys. Wow. Clear. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, hit that like button. Drop a comment below and let me know. And we are going to move on now to pile number 3, deck number 3. And that is the Sacred Sea Oracle. So what messages do we have for those who chose pile number 3, the Sacred Sea Oracle? Clear. What messages surrounding this 2-2 portal? What activations? What guidance does Spirit have for pile number 3? 2-2 portal. 2-2 portal and really like February type energies, right? Because we're going to see this 2-2 portal, this energy creeping up again and again. February 20th through 22nd. Yes, February 2nd, of course. February 12th, I'm feeling. 10th, 11th, 12th. All right, we have Princess of Transition coming out. Honor individuality. We're going to get a few cards for you guys. Oh. Sea Goddess of Creativity, fresh creative joy. So there's a beautiful creative activation coming through for you guys. And it's really coming from this ability to be who you are and shine authentically as yourself. It's very Age of Aquarius energy. And then we have the Sacred Spirit, Serpent Spirit DNA activation. These cards are so cool. All right. Yeah, so there is this beautiful activation that you guys are receiving that's really allowing you to step more firmly into the truth of who you are, to honor yourself. And it's also, this is a process of honoring yourself and what makes you unique, and also really learning how to honor that in others. How can you honor others' individuality? And oftentimes, if we're having trouble honoring our own individuality, we struggle to honor that in others, right? Because everything is a mirror. Everything is a reflection of what's going on internally. But you're really being able to honor yourself and to shine in your own unique individual way. And this is, this energy is being buoyed and enhanced by that new moon in Aquarius that's occurring right before the 2-2 portal, right? Really opening up that energy. But there's a transition that you guys are going through. There's some sort of life change that pile number 3 is in the midst of right now. And so there is support coming through for you guys to honor this phase of transition. Whatever, it's like a major phase of your life is closing and another phase is opening. A major aspect of you and who you were, there's like a major ego death energy here. An aspect of you, an old identity, an old way of seeing yourself and viewing the world is ending. And something new, brand new, is opening up for you. And it's going to come on this huge tidal wave of creativity and inspiration. Yeah, there's a lot of creativity and inspiration happening for you guys. And of course, as we can see here, a major DNA activation. And when we see the serpent spirit, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have the sea goddess of sensuality. Definitely feels like a kundalini activation as well. And this came through in pile number, I can't remember. Pile number 1, I think. I'm not sure. The kundalini activation. So that could definitely be happening for multiple people. So we're going to look a little bit here at these cards and just see what feels like it wants to be mentioned here. Yeah, the endings and new beginnings. Releasing rigidity, releasing attachment to the old so that it can be flushed away and the new can come in. Celebrating your transitions, honoring what has made you who you are and what you will create yourself to be in the next phase of your life. So it's really honoring your past as you're releasing it. Bringing forth the wisdom and the lessons, but then really moving into the fresh new energy. And not holding yourself back. Anywhere where you've been sort of fearful of this change, and that fear has led to an attachment to the old, you're being given the extra assistance to release that now so you can really step into the new. You're also gaining the wisdom that you need, the understanding that you need in order for the completion to really take place. Yeah, and there's this energy here. It says, I want to read this part to you. As our earthly forms change our soul's transition and union, although sometimes due to traumas and past soul, that didn't make any sense. Hold on. We're gonna get rid of that sentence because I'm not really understanding that unless I just needed to read more. We're gonna say, sometimes due to traumas, the soul stays rigid and stuck in a particular earth or time phase. I am here, and this is the priestess of transition talking, to aid in the unification, health, and consistent growth of a soul and an earth's body. I can be called upon to assist in the consciousness, the awakening to the transitions, to alleviate the confusion and pain of the separation. Although this happens in all phases of a being's life, I am a maiden priestess in order to help you recall the initial breakages or traumas from early earth years and bring them into balance in later years for a deeper sense of healing and home within the soul-body union. And so this is really about healing as well, those early childhood traumas, and really transitioning out of that energy into an energy where we're free and healed from those traumas. And they're not holding us hostage anymore. We're not stuck in repeating situations and circumstances because of this trauma. And much of this trauma is held within ourselves, within our DNA. And so it feels like a purging of these traumas from your cellular structure and DNA, which is really powerful and really beautiful. All right, let's see what else here. So you have this beautiful blessing of creativity coming in as well. New beginnings, new joy coming into your life, new methods of fulfillment. And so the questions that you're being asked are you taking the time to express yourself creatively? Are you creating a sacred space for playfulness? When was the last time you tried a new way of expressing your spirit? The sea goddess of creativity is urging you to take time to express your feelings, emotions, and passion through the art of writing, dancing, drawing, painting, making music, singing, designing, and building. She wants to celebrate your creative power with you, as this is her purpose, to play in creative expression and access a flow state and remain there as long as possible. If you can do this, the sea goddess of creativity may visit you and share her powerful insights in conjunction with your higher self messages. You have nothing to lose and everything to discover, so dive in and express your soul spirit. And so this is about really connecting to your higher self through creativity, through art, through play, through music. And you're going to achieve a deeper level of healing this way as well. And there's just some sort of creative project I'm feeling. Many of you in pile number 3, you've been wanting to begin a creative project, or you began it and then you had to put it on the back burner for some reason. And now you're able to really apply yourself to that in earnest. Because there's just, as you release the past, right? As you heal, as you release this wounding, right? From your DNA and your cellular structure, like this deep purge of this traumatic energy, and you really close the doors to the past, it brings with it this fresh, this renewed wave of energy, like we said, that really can carry you to some beautiful places. All right. Let's see. Yep, Kundalini activation, like we talked about, is involved here. And I want to read you guys the affirmation for this card too. This is a great affirmation to work with during the 2-2 portal. I allow only that which is of divine love and light and my higher self to activate my DNA to the highest frequency possible for my consciousness in this moment. Allowing for the highest good of myself and those all around me to benefit from this activation in the most healthy, vibrant, and positive way. The sacred serpent of DNA activation is the code keeper of your DNA, the protector of your consciousness. The sacred serpent knows you and your life's purpose and mission upon earth, which is why your DNA has a code keeper. You can melt sweetly into the comfort of this being's care, as it is a fierce protector and will only allow you to access the parts of your DNA that are most important for you in each moment. Practice trusting a multidimensional being that has your highest good as its sole priority, and gives you nuggets of wisdom, healing, and activations as you become ready for them. Sometimes DNA activations or Kundalini activations can occur in very intense bursts of high-frequency medicine, but this is granted to you with your intentions. You have more authority over your life than you may realize, and you can have any kind of awakening experience you would like to have. So this is also a reminder that you direct your awakening experience. It is not all being directed for you. It is being, you're being assisted in that process, right? It is being guided, but you are ultimately the one in control. Let's see, anything else that wants to come out here for pile number 3? Oh, you got a lot of sea goddesses coming out here. Priestesses and sea goddesses, you guys. You have the sea goddess of courage coming out. Authentic communication. So I am feeling throat chakra upgrades for you guys. And I am feeling that if there is a conversation that needs to happen, if there is some sort of communication that you've been struggling with, that you've been afraid to approach, you may be given the courage to do so. You may find that you're able to what's the word I'm looking for here? To reach down within and pull the courage out that you need in order to have this conversation or initiate this communication. And to really speak your truth. It's all about speaking your truth. So there's some aspect of your life where you've been afraid to speak your truth up until this point. And as you move through the activating energy of this 2-2 portal, it's going to give you the courage to do so. To speak what you truly feel. And this is tied in with that energy of allowing yourself to shine and honoring your individuality. And it's part of this transition process for you from the old into the new. The old aspect of you was afraid to honor and speak your truth fully, to live your truth. The you that you're moving into is fully capable of doing this and is ready to do this. And so you're going to be given an opportunity to do this. Yeah, and you're also being given the courage that you need in this time of transition. In this time of closing things out and moving into the new. You're being given the courage and you're being given the ingenuity that may be necessary here. And we're going to read about that with card number 34. The Octopus Spirit. Because there is, and then you got the Dolphin Spirit under that. That's beautiful. Activate more bliss. So you're being taught, you're learning how to be more creative, how to be more in flow, how to allow your true authentic spark and spirit to shine through in everything that you do, in the ways that you communicate with words, in the ways that you communicate with art, with action, with everything that you do, and how to really get in touch with your bliss, and how to really incorporate this energy of spontaneity, this energy of adaptability, to change your patterns, to reimagine, reinvent, and rediscover. This is about, I love this, the octopus is all about outsmarting your old self and accessing fresh ideas. So really helping to bring you through this energy of new inspiration, right, into these new beginnings. The octopus is an incredibly adaptable and intelligent creature, and the soul of the sacred octopus spirit is alive with messages and teachings for you. An octopus may be small, but it is mighty and resilient. If you feel taken advantage of, disrespected, or treated poorly, know that you are just like the sacred octopus spirit. You can shed a new light of understanding upon any negative experiences and see only the lesson and purpose in those situations. Having this fresh perspective will give you clarity about who you are and who you wish to become, and it will assist in this process of transition and letting go. The octopus always keeps its predators on their toes, morphing into new forms, hiding in new places and surfacing to jump onto rocks. Use your ingenuity to come up with new ways to solve any challenges you face and embody the octopus spirit in your life. Honor, celebrate, and own yourself and your life exactly the way it is, and if there is something you aren't happy with, reinvent yourself and find a new way to accomplish and experience each situation. And that's what I feel this portal is all about for you guys. It's all about transition and reinvention. And really, ultimately, as you move through this process of transition and reinvention, you are activating more bliss. And so the dolphin spirit wants to be your guide in that process. And choose serenity, choose peace in every single moment. This is what you're learning how to do. You're learning how you get to choose, right? It's all about you. You are the creator. So what is it that you are choosing? And this portal for you is all about making new, inspired choices that pave the pathway, like we said, to serenity, to bliss, to peace, and to a whole new chapter of your life. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this reading, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and let me know. There are links down below to donate, yada, yada, yada. You guys know the spiel. I love you. I appreciate you. Definitely check out that 2-2 portal video that I did with Pete from the Chosen 144 for more of the nuts and bolts of the informational aspect of this portal. I love you guys. You are incredible. You are so strong. You have everything within you that you need to move through this transition with ease and grace. And there is so much beauty waiting for you on the other side. Much love to you all.